I thought the team did a great job of, learning and, accepting some real tough lessons with some losses early on, but obviously developing and having the ability to, get better every game and go undefeated in, the Big 12, conference.
In week 2, you made history by knocking off Stanford. It was the #1 ranked team in the country. What did it do at the time for your team, and what's that win mean for the program going forward?
I think any time, there's a team that's facing some adversities or trying to develop, especially with the conference that we're playing in and playing against, a tough schedule, being able to get a reward like beating Stanford that, didn't lose a game in 64 matches prior to us, was a huge boost for us from a mental perspective that, look at, stay on task, grind it out. This team does have a lot of potential, and we just have to kind of believe and stick with what we're doing. And I thought the team did a great job, that game, and, going forward, just understanding that we do have a team that's going to have success, and we just have to keep grinding it out. So that game was huge, just from a standpoint of, kind of building our confidence going forward and understanding that, those wounds that we took early were going to pay off down the road.
There's a lot of unknown into the Big 12 conference this year. Looking back, how do you think you guys handled heading into your inaugural season in the Big 12?
Obviously, leaving the Big East and leaving a conference that I thought was a very strong conference, and especially that we won 2 conference championships in, and then going into an unknown conference and uncharted territory, was just very, unsettling for the staff and for the players. But I thought, every game they approached it with the right mentality and just had, the right mindset. So I was really proud of, how hard mentally and physically we battled each team, never playing them prior to this point. And, I think it says a lot for what this team did and what the staff did. I mean, Stoya and Marissa did a great job preparing for the Big 12 conference.
What surprised you the most about the Big 12 soccer?
I definitely think that the athlete and the size of the athlete and athleticism was definitely something that, game in and game out was something different than we saw in the Big East, game in and game out. But, the Big 12 conference is great. There's great coaches, organization, tactically and technically, and just the parity. I mean, there is really no drop-off at all in the Big 12. Every game, is a battle.
The pressure to win is always high. How satisfying was it to win the school's first conference title and coming in the first season as members of the Big 12?
I think anytime you're a competitor, you want to be first. So for us to, have the ability to win the first Big 12 championship, we were so excited to do that. And now I just hope every team here at West Virginia wins that Big 12 championship, because obviously we're a team and family here at West Virginia. But it meant a lot to the girls, because you can't take that away. And especially in the inaugural year, again, I'll say it, being able to win 2 in the Big East and then go and win 1, obviously, in the Big 12 was important to us. So that was one of our goals.
Brie McCarthy was named Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Is that the type of season you thought or expected from your senior outside back?
Brie has tremendous abilities, and I was so proud of her to get recognized and have that award and to represent West Virginia University in that way, and obviously represent herself and all her hard work. So, I've always believed that Brie is that type of player, and I think we'll continue to see her at the Canadian national team level and hopefully the professional level. So she has those abilities, so I was happy for her.
You played a number of newcomers early on this season, and many of them were starters. Are you pleased with how they responded, his first year in a collegiate program?
Absolutely. We had 6 new players out there playing new positions and doing new things for us. So I thought those new players did a great job for us. And, we played 7 NCAA tournament teams this year, so let alone playing in the the Big 12 conference, we also were able to do some big things against some tremendous opponents, non-conference and conference.
You lose 3 senior starters from this year's team. What do you remember most about the senior class?
I always talk about, it's never just what they do on the field. I have a lot of things that I tuck away deep in my heart about what those the seniors have done. Obviously on the field we're going to miss a lot of things, but off the field, all their hard work, their sacrifice, and they're just true Mountaineers, and they bleed the gold and blue, and I'm going to miss the loyalty that they gave to this program. So it'll be tough not having them around, but they're going to leave their legacy, they're going to leave their leadership, and they're going to make sure that the next year's team continues on the success of the program. And I think when you have a senior class that has done what they've done, 4 straight NCAA tournament appearances, obviously 3 conference championships, it says a lot about those seniors. So when you talk about on the field stuff, they're winners, and when I talk about off the field stuff, they're winners also.